fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Kiramager Robo Series 03 Mashin Sentai DX Gigant Driller. So this is the mecha for Kirame Silver. You can see he has a large robot mode, of course, but also has kind of a drill tank alt mode there. This side we just have a picture of the drill tank and then the robot's head. Over here we have a picture of the crystal. I think this crystal design is weird, but we'll get into that later. There's Kirame Silver on the top here. Really cool group shot of the 6 of them. I like that a lot. I think that's pretty neat. And just your general warnings and whatnot. Looks like some batteries are included, so that's pretty cool. There is some light up effects with this. You can see the drill tank mode, and it has this kind of capture claw type deal on the back. So you can put quarters in and he'll pick up plush animals for you. He picks up the stone and puts it inside, and then that's what facilitates the transformation. He's also got this weird thing where he like pushes the button on his shoulder like Soundwave, but no cassettes come out, so it's a little disappointing. In any case, let's go ahead, let's get this guy out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the drill tank mode. In this form, he is called Drill John. He's got a lot of treads. They don't actually turn though, they're just molded in, but you can move it and it will make the 3 drills spin, which is kind of neat. You can see these wheels down here, not that one so much, but this spins this one, and then since they're all connected with gears, it makes all 3 of them spin. So that's a fun play feature. I do appreciate that. I like the drills. Otherwise, you have white paint on this side for the robot mode, nothing on this side. And yeah, so as far as the other play features go, you have this little hand on the side here, which I'll be honest, does nothing. If you want to unpeg it, it just unpegs like that. But it really serves no purpose. It just hangs there. It can't really hold anything because it's too small. The pincers don't open or close. Obviously, you have this big one, which is going to become an arm later. That moves around. So you have movement there. You have a spin here. Right here, there's a connection. And then also this can move up and down like that. And then, of course, you pinch the claw like so. So what you're supposed to do, and we'll take a quick look at the jewel, which, again, I don't get this jewel at all. Like, most of the jewels we've had, you know, would look like this. They'd have some shiny parts. But this is like a weird U-shaped jewel that when you push this, the like little diamond in the center pops up. You can see the spring. These pieces on the side make it connect in the middle. I just don't get it. I don't know. I completely understand having like a jewel that goes in an exoskeleton and you know, enhances it, and I'm fine with that idea. I think that's kind of neat. I just don't understand why this isn't just like a normal jewel. Like, they could have found a way to maybe transform it to reveal a head instead of just having this weird thing pop out. It just looks so not uniform, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. I can't like properly articulate my words here, but just with this part, just feeling like it lifts off, like it's completely separate. It just feels disjointed, and I don't know. I don't like it. I'll get over it, but I just think it's weird. But anyway, how this is supposed to work, so you're supposed to like put this on the ground, and then this thing, let me zoom out a little bit. This thing is supposed to come down and grab it. So you open up the claw, grabs it, comes around, then you spin this, and I've already accidentally hit off the light. This comes down and then drops this in here like this, and you're supposed to be a little bit more graceful about it, but this is supposed to pop in here like this and then set off the light. So as you can see, it does have an LED in there. And the LED looks neat. It stays illuminated for maybe 30 seconds or so before it just kind of gently dies away, which I think makes sense. I mean, you don't want it to stay on too long because you don't want to kill the little watch batteries that includes too fast. So it just kind of sits in there. And like I said, those little black nub pieces that were kind of spring-loaded help secure it in place. It's not falling out or going anywhere, so that's good. So it's pretty solid in there. Let me put it this way. There's no great way to get this out of here, so you kind of just have to grab it, which is weird, which is going to set this off again. So the way this works makes no sense to me, but this thing on the back here will turn the light on, and this thing down here will turn the light on, because it's basically the same piece. As you can see, When I push that down, that piece goes down as well. So it's all one connected piece. So either you can push this button to turn the light on, or the jewel going in will hit this to turn the light on. Okay, fine. Once the jewel is inside, there's no way to turn the light back on. Like, once you transform it into robot mode, I wanted to illuminate the jewel again. You can't do it because this keeps this down, so you can't push it anymore. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But so anyway, weird jewel aside. The other thing I wanted to point out, I do think it's kind of neat if you did think of this as kind of like a construction vehicle. If he needed to clear rubble or something, he could like temporarily dump it in this bed, so it almost kind of doubles as like a dump truck. So like, say for example, he had to clear, and you can move this. I mean, this thing is going to be his arm joint. So you can move this if you wanted to do like some pickups over here on the side or something like that. So say he was kind of clearing rubble, he could theoretically drop it in here. Now, I don't know how he would empty it, to be fair, but he could haul the rubble out that way. So I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like more ways to give this toy playability because it doesn't have much. In any case, let's go ahead. We dump this in. You know what? I'm going to move the camera up a little bit just so I can get the whole robot mode in when I'm done. Okay, so you come over here. You grab the thing, you drop it in. There we go. Okay, so that drops in. Now it's illuminated. Next thing you're supposed to do, lift this up. And how this works is there's a tiny little clip right there, which clips on right there. It's nice, keeps it solid in place, make sure the gears all work, so I like that. So we just go ahead, lift that up temporarily. Next, you're going to spin that around 90 degrees. As you start to bring this down, they will immediately split apart, and that's because of how the angled like crotch makes them kind of rotate back. And then you're just going to flip up the drills for toes. And let me move this up a smidge here. Put the arm down. Put the arm down. Pretty much done at this point. Now what they want you to do is have him reach up, and he does have another joint here, which I believe solely exists so that he can press the button. There's a little clip here to clip it back in. I tried to take this off and see if I could clip that on just to do like a fun 2 grabby claw hand. It doesn't work. But anyway, this comes up, and this is supposed to push the button to pop the jewel out, and then you flip this part up to give him an actual like face, which isn't much because it's just a visor, but I'll close in on that in a second. So then you can just kind of turn that like that. And that's it. That is Gigant Driller. Honestly, I think he looks okay. I like the look of the big, orange tank. This piece on the back, I feel like has got to be for something in the future. I don't know what it's going to be because there's really no reason for this to exist. He just has, this big junk in the trunk here. But because it has like this little space and this little like lip here, I feel like something is going to sit in that. But I'm looking around and I'm thinking to myself, what's it going to peg into? There's nothing to peg into. Like, yes, you have this little connection here, but there's no clips on the feet or anywhere on the back. Like, they're not really making these to connect to each other, which is kind of a bummer. You do have a little bit of elbow articulation, so I guess I should say he does have arm movement like that. I think it can go all the way around. You can move this, but again, I don't know why you'd need to. This still spins. Again, this can go out to the side, I guess, if you want arm movement like that. This looks like there's a joint here, but there's not. This can still move there, and then you have that like elbow articulation there. I mean, it's something, you know what I mean? It's more than most Sentai Mecha gets, but the legs are just solid. They don't move at all. I do like the kind of sparkly, I guess they're holofoil stickers probably underneath there. That's kind of fun. I like the like glitter in the plastic to make the drills look sparkly. I think that's kind of fun. You get a little bit of metallic blue paint here. Overall, I do like the look of him. I don't know. I just wish he did more. And I really wish you could illuminate. See, like it stays down because the jewel's in, so it doesn't turn the light on. Like, you should be able to hit that and just, get the 30 seconds of the light. I don't know why that's not an option. If you want to light it up again, you have to pull this out, and then push it back in. It looks neat. I think it looks cool when you illuminate the face, but why do they make it so hard? And again, the face is literally just a visor and then kind of like a little bit of silver paint to give him kind of like a faceplate for a mouth. So he doesn't really have too much going on as far as a face. But I think it looks neat when you illuminate it. I should be able to just hit that button and get the light. I don't know why I have to pull it out. Like, really, you could kind of just maybe rock it around in here. No, you kind of have to, like, it has to at least move from depressing the button down. That's just a weird design feature. I don't know why it works like that. I really don't know why you can't just hit that button and have it light up. But I think he looks neat. Like, to just have this as a robot, I think, yes, it's very simplistic, but it's got a decent amount of articulation for a Sentai mech. The LED is a nice feature. I just wish it was better implemented. I wish you could hit the button and make it light up whenever you want. This thing, to me, serves no purpose. I mean, you could take it off if you like that look better. I guess maybe they just thought that looked too plain. I don't know. Like, if I didn't have this weird piece hanging out here, I think that would look fine. I don't know what this is for. I don't know. It seems worthless to me. Maybe that clip is going to be used for something in the future. That would be nice. I don't think so. Like I said, if you could take that off and clip it in over here, so you could give him like two grabby hands, I think that would be neat. At least it would give it some more playability, but it is not the case. I'm trying to think really what else there is to show you on this. That's kind of it. You can connect things up here. So if, for example, you wanted to take Shovel, for whatever reason they show Shovel doing this, he can connect on there. Pretty much anyone that has that same like port, that same connection port, if you wanted to take like one of the arms of King Express and just have it, you know, hang off the shoulder here, you could. I don't know why you'd want to, but you could. And I'll show off when I get to the other weapons, like, you know, he can hold the vacuum cleaner and other things like that. That's what all these little peg holes are for, so that'll get shown off when I review those probably soon. But yeah, as far as the robot mode goes, I don't really know what else to show you with this guy. I think that's pretty much all he does, unfortunately. But again, I feel like expecting him to do a ton is kind of unreasonable given that it's a Sentai mech, and I know it's not a great excuse, but I feel like the bar's been set. It doesn't make sense to get mad at it now. Either you buy him or you don't. You should know what to expect at this point. I don't think it should be too obvious that this guy's not going to have knee joints and all kinds of crazy articulation. I mean, that's just, it's par for the course at this point. I wanted to do a quick size comparison with Land Mage here. I know it does seem like he's larger, but he's really not any taller. He's certainly wider, but he's not really any taller. I mean, I guess he's maybe slightly taller. Slightly, like not even half an inch. I just wish they had some more interconnectivity. Even if it was just like arm swapping or something like that. If you could take these arms off and put them on here, like that would be something. It would look goofy, but it would be fun. I guess you wouldn't be able to use the head though, so that's probably why they didn't do that. But even to just give him one arm or something, just do some kind of connectivity. Because at this point, you know, everyone's hoping to get the giant cluster combination at the end. Those things seem to be long dead. I don't know why Sentai shies away from them so much, but I mean, these don't even connect at all. Like, we wanted everything to connect, but we were only getting, like, partial connections. Now we're getting no connections, so they went the wrong direction. If you're listening, Bandai Japan. But anyway, I don't know. I just, like I said, they're individual robots. They're okay. I wish there was some kind of connectivity. Maybe something's going to happen towards the end of the show that'll bring these guys all together. I don't really see how that's going to work, but you know, as a standalone robot, I think he's fine. I just wish there was some kind of connectivity here. At this point, they can basically share the weapons. That's about all they can do. Speaking of the weapons, while he can hold it, it definitely looks strange. And he doesn't hold it very well, as you can see. So this is the red hammer. It can peg it. Okay, or I can break it off, apparently. Please stand by. There we go. All right, so this would peg into, you can see he's got a little peg hole right there or right there. I guess, no, that one's definitely too small. This one seems too large. Well, it pegs in there. It doesn't feel that snug, though. It's like slightly snug. This one is like better. That's more solid. It's like Goldilocks. Too small, too big. This one's just right. Anyway, it's just he doesn't have like a great angle to wield it. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Like, they usually show him holding the vacuum because that's like the only one that really fits, or they peg the gun like on his shoulder to give him a shoulder cannon, which again we'll see a little bit later on. So while he can hold that, it's just really awkward, but it can be done. I wanted to at least show off that you can do it. It's just weird. I don't know. So at the end of the day, he's fine. He's a Sentai robot. You know, it's par for the course. You have to manage your expectations and know what you're getting going in. I feel like this one has kind of a few more drawbacks than most, though. First of all, I'll start with what I like. I do like the color scheme. I think the dark gray with the orange and the kind of translucent light blue really works. Then you have the little bit of white on the chest, really pops. So overall, I really like that. He's kind of a short, squat, little, like, tough guy driller robot. I like that as well. I think the design is very cool. He does have more articulation than most Sentai robots have. I'll give him that. What I don't like, I don't think the whole gimmick of him picking up the jewel and putting it inside is that exciting, and they seem to really revolve most of the toy around that feature. It seems like that's what they really decided to hang their hat on, and I just don't think it's that great. Having the drill come up and hit the button to pop the head out, that's kind of funny. I'm okay with that. I don't love the design of the jewel in general. I think it's weird to have like a diamond being plugged into the other jewel when this whole time we've kind of had a standard design of the jewels, and I would have liked it to be more uniform, but he is a 6th Ranger, so maybe that's why they decided to be different with it. I don't know. I like the idea of having an exoskeleton to augment the jewel that's smaller. I think that's a neat idea. I don't like how that's just kind of like a U with a diamond plugged in. I just think that's a weird design. I like the LED. I think that's kind of a neat idea, but I wish you could just set it off anytime you want with the button. I wish you didn't have to actually pop the jewel out and put it back in to get the LED to go off. This little capture claw over here seems kind of superfluous. I don't really know why we have that if it doesn't do anything. I do like this capture claw, though. I think that's kind of fun. I like the drill hand. He can hold the weapons, though not well. I'm hoping when we eventually review the vacuum and the I guess gun, the cement mixer is just like a gun. I think those were kind of tailored for him, so they should work better. The other weapons are just kind of eh. But like I said, at the end of the day, he's a Sentai robot. He's neat. Overall, I like his design. You know, if I'm just going to put him on a shelf as a robot, he's accomplishing what I need him to accomplish. I just wish there was some more connectivity with the other robots. I mean, every year we say we want these crazy giant combinations of all the mecha at the end of the year, and they seem to be going even further in the opposite direction. I mean, these guys really have no connectivity whatsoever. We have 3 mechas so far, and really all they can do is share accessories. And this guy doesn't even hold most of those accessories well because he's got a weird grabber claw hand. So that's weird. That's weird to me. But like I said, he's fine. You know, did he wow me? Did he exceed expectations? No. But he's a cool little drilling orange robot. And for that, I like him. I'll have to check out the mini plow. I think it's out already or just came out. The mini plow will probably have more fun because you can actually switch those arms if you want to because they're just pegs and standard things. So might actually be a little bit more fun with the mini plow. We'll see how that goes. But like I said, in the meantime, he's fine. He's not amazing. I'll put it to you like this. If you're unhappy with the previous mecha, then you're not going to like this guy. If you've loved all the previous mecha, he's very similar, so you'll probably like this as well. That's a good indication. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thank you so much for watching.